So I typically use a container this height. You can do something a little bit smaller if you're using less shaping dishes, but if it's for a grand wedding food package, I typically like using something a little bit taller because you can fit more water in without filling it all the way to the top, because carrying it out there to the shaping dishes, it might spill over and you might get burned. So I always like using something a little bit tall like this. You can get these on the top shelf up here. They're usually kept up there. So to make sure that you always get the hottest water to put in the chafing dish is in this little area, just because you want to make sure the water is not cold, not warm, but hot. The reason why you want to make sure the water is hot, because the steam in the water is what keeps the food actually warm. If the water is cold when you put the food in, the warm food in, it will actually bring the temperature down on the food, and you do not want cold food to be served to the guests. That decreases the flavor of the food. You want to make sure that the food doesn't lose its quality. So to turn this on, you want to make sure this red nozzle on the top is facing back. You turn this over, and you wait a little bit for it to actually get hot. And as you can see, the steam is coming up, so that means the water is hot already. It takes a little bit to actually get it to turn on. You just pour it in underneath, let it sit for a little bit to where it fills up. And make sure you don't stick your hand in there, because the water is very, very hot, as you can see with the steam coming out. You fill it all the way up to where you need it at. Normally I fill it up about halfway or so, or a little bit over. And then you put it to the side. You bring this bucket filled with water over to the chafing dish. Are you going to cut it? Oh, okay. I'm going to get mine. Typically the ladders are kept up here. If you can't find any in there, they're normally in the dry storage area. And I'm going to bring two, because sometimes one might work in here, but when you bring it out there, it's not turning on, so always have a backup. So to turn on, here, let's just pause it.
Oh man.
Pause it.